Good afternoon, everyone, and a very warm welcome to you today in this live webinar hosted by South London College. My name is Brenda, and I will be your host for the next hour. It's an exciting day to be here. We have learners joining us all over from the UK and around the world. And wherever you're tuning in from right now, I want you to know you are exactly in the right place. Today's session is all about mastering Python, SQL, and Power BI for data science. Three of the most sought after skills in the modern job market. Whether you're completely new to this world of data, looking to upskill and boost your career, or exploring whether a tech qualification is the right move for you, this session has been built with you in mind. So just a few quick couple of housekeeping points just before we get started. So this session is being recorded and you can revisit any part of this afterwards. And we also have a dedicated Q&A segment at the end, so please keep your questions coming in and we will do our very best to get through as many as possible. As well, just please stay with us until the end. We have an exclusive webinar offer for today's attendee that you absolutely do not want to miss out on. So with that being said, let's get started. So just before we dive in, I'm going to walk you through our agenda for today because we have a genuinely packed and exciting hour lined up specifically just for you. So we'll start with a quick introduction to South London College and to our tutor, who we are, what we do, and why our learners keep coming back. Then we'll move on into the core of today's session, which is why data science is booming in 2026, why Python dominates the field, how SQL underpins almost every analytical role, and how Power BI transforms raw data into real business insight. And then we'll explore the full data science workflow, look at salary trends across the UK and Europe, and walk you through the career pathways and course options available to you at South London College. And finally, we will close with a Q&A session, so please have your questions ready. There is genuinely something here today for everyone, so let's make this hour count. So about South London College. So now, before we go through our expert tutor who will take you through all of the content, let me just take a moment to tell you about who is hosting you today. So South London College is a UK-based online learning provider with one clear mission: to make quality career-focused education flexible, accessible, and relevant for every learner, regardless of background or prior experience. Everything we offer is 100% online. So you can study from anywhere in the world at your own pace with no fixed schedule, no commuting, and no written exams. All of the qualifications are assignment based with dedicated tutor support throughout your entire journey. All of our qualifications are Ofqual regulated, RQF credentials, and they are recognized by employers across the UK and internationally. We also offer programs from level 3 all the way up to level 7, which with clear pathways to university degree top-ups as well. So whether you're starting from absolutely zero or looking to formalize your skills that you already have, South London College has a clear and achievable path for you. So in terms of our tutor today, it is my genuine pleasure to introduce you to our expert presenter for today. So Mohammed Nawaz holds an MSc in Information Security and Networking from Kingston University and a BEng in Computer Networking from London Metropolitan University. He's qualified in CCNA. He is qualified in CCNA certified and CompTIA A+, and with over 7 years of experience delivering IT programs from level 3 to level 7, and having worked with leading awarding bodies including Pearson, NCC, OTHM, Qualify, and ATHE, Nawaz brings both the depth of knowledge and the real world insights to make today's session genuinely valuable. As a specialist in cybersecurity, data, and cloud, and a former international partnership manager at NCC Education UK, you are in very capable hands today. So over to you, Nawaz. The floor
Thank you very
is
much, Brenda.
yours.
Yeah, thank you very much, Brenda, for that warm and detailed introduction. Thank you very much again. So today we are going to actually talk about the tools, the softwares, and the qualifications that are in need in order to actually excel in data science. So just to give you a rehearsal, so the previous webinar that we actually had was about talking about the landscape, the demand, and the growth of data science engineers. So in future, actually, we are going to have a lot of data science in demand, engineers in demand, because almost all industries, whether you're working for an accounting firm or whether you're working for an automobile or an industrial or a bank, data engineers are in need. So there's going to be actually a significant growth, or I would say a rapid growth in the next couple of years, where the demand for data science, the growth, the perks, everything are going to increase. So today, this webinar is actually going to talk to you about what are the things that you need to become actually a data science. So first of all, why data science is one of the fastest growing careers? That's a question mark that everyone has. So is a data science career a very good investment for me? Yes, one is data explosion. So since we are actually handling a lot of data, all of us, definitely data is very important. So you need to have the right analysts and right experts in order to handle data and make them optimal or much more efficient. That is where actually data science or data analysts or engineers come into play. So of course, there's going to be huge demand. Next is AI and automated demand. AI and automation are driving massive demand for data science and analysts across every sector. Like I said, data engineers and data scientists work in every sector. It's not just molded into one industry, which is the tech. You can work in any industry because this type of career is actually versatile. So, of course, even if you're working in the AI landscape, you definitely need to have data engineers to feed proper data into the AI algorithm in order to make it efficient. So, of course, AI engineers and data engineers go hand in hand. So, if you are planning to work in AI companies, then undertaking a engineering or data analyst career is one of the best investments or best moves for you all. Next is universal industry reliance. So every industry now relies on analytics. Of course, whether you talk about the military, whether you talk about health, analyzing is very important. So that is where you need experts in order to analyze the data properly and then provide proper decisions. So then this is where actually with the help of a data engineer, you can get viable source of information in order to make right information for your business. So data analysts can be acquired from small to large organizations. So this is one of the top growing fields, and it's a field that will not extinct, right? Next is business influence. So data professionals directly influence strategic business decisions at the highest level. So by studying actually data patterns, how data is being forecasted, that's a job role of a data analyst. By providing all of this valuable information to a business owner can actually make valid and professional and strategic decisions. So this in return will help them to obtain more profits and guide their business in a proper manner. So that is why many of the businesses today, whether you're talking about small, medium, or large, are heavily investing in data engineers to help them in their business, because data engineers, of course, are a part of a business as well, because they learn about data and they convert that data into viable information where it can be provided to the business owners to actually make proper decisions and then obtain the relevant profits for them. Next is rising global demand, right? So data science is growing rapidly. Like I said in my earlier conversation, it's growing high. So whenever you are a career changer or you're a beginner to IT, or what you call you're a person who has been in the IT industry for quite some time, it's also very important also to have the passion for the career, but also at the same time study the market as well, right? By studying the market, you're able to make better decisions by investing in the right qualification, by undertaking the right skill set, and at the same time having the passion to build a very lucrative career. So all of us, of course, we take a lot of qualifications, we take a lot of skills, because at the end it's to build up a very lucrative career. So it's very important as a starter, or if you have been in the industry for 2 to 3 years, especially in the IT industry, study your market. That is very important. And then once you feel that there is a big gap in that market, of course, then you can do a lot of research to see what type of qualifications and skills are needed to get into that market. So, of course, it's a rising global demand. Global demand continues across the UK and Europe with no signs of slowing, right? So this is as to why data science is or data engineers are very important. So the core skills every data professionals need, like every skill, like every job or industry requiring skills. Here we're going to talk about or explain about what are the skill sets that a data analyst requires. So the first is Python. You need to be well versed in Python. Even though Python is a 10 to 20-year-old language, coding language, it's not new, it's still versatile, right? So you need to know Python as well. So undertaking Python courses, short courses, courses from Coursera or Udemy, where you can get yourself used to it, be able to code on how and develop programs in Python is one of the best ways to actually excel your data science career. Next is SQL. So SQL is based on database querying and data extraction, right? So this is where you have the back end of the what do you call system. So undertaking even short courses in SQL will actually then provide you that top start in our proper language, a proper understanding of intelligence. So this is actually a business intelligence software. If you are not actually fully versed in it, you can go onto the internet, go into YouTube's videos, go undertake a lot of courses related to Power Business Intelligence and understand how it works. So actually, when you go onto a job, a data science job, you have already the 3 languages that are well versed in your arsenal. So basically, if you show these in your skill set, definitely you have a chance of getting selected as well. So it's not just about the qualifications that you need to prove to the employer. You need also to show what you're capable of. That is the most important thing. So when you are talking about what you're capable of, what type of skills you have, what type of softwares you're very comfortable with in obtaining a well lucrative career, right? So the ways of how a data analyst or data engineer works is actually extracting data. So actually they go into the query, the database, and then they extract the information, right? Then they analyze the data. So they identify patterns. That's what a data analyst does or data engineer does. So they process and model using Python, and then they visualize insights. So once they have extracted the information, analyze the data, now they present in a way it's much more understandable to even non-tech people as well. So this is actually what their job description is about. But again, data engineers, the job description can be broader, right? So it depends on the industry that you are working. So these are some of the simple roles that actually a data engineer or data analyst will be doing. So Python, why Python is very important, right? So why Python is very important in the data industry, data science industry, because it's the backbone of modern data science, right? So Python is built into the data science framework. So why Python? One thing is it's beginner-friendly programming language. Everyone with no coding, what do you call knowledge can learn Python very easily and then become an expert in it. That's one of the benefits that Python provides. It's used by Google, Netflix, Amazon, Microsoft, some of the top companies, they use Python still in their systems. Next is essential for AI and machine learning. Python is, of course, needed to develop AI models because most of the AI models that are run are developed by Python, right? That's something that you need to consider. Next is massive ecosystem of libraries, right? Unlike other languages, Python has a huge amount of coding and library systems that can be very versatile and you can create any form of system, right? So used in over 70% of UK data science jobs, right? So if you take the UK as a whole, still majority of the tech companies talking about data science use Python, right? So these are some of the important things that you need to take into account and what type of language that you need to start with if you are planning a career in data science. So what can you build with Python? That's very important. So people who have used Python early or in their IT career know what they can do, right? So the ones who actually do not know, we can give you some examples. So what can you actually build with Python is you can build data analyst and ML models, right? AI applications, predictive analytics and automation tools. You can even build operating systems. Even the Microsoft ecosystem is also built using Python as well. So Python is versatile. You can use it for anything as well, right? So this is one of the benefits that uh, Python can offer to you. So if you are planning to move in a career of data science or data engineering, important start with the Python language. Very important. So how you can actually do it, like I told in the previous slide, YouTube, you can go to YouTube videos, right? Those are free for you to learn the Python language, undertake free courses that are on the internet. Like you can visit sites like Coursera, Udemy. These are some of the short courses that you can undertake in order to become well versed in Python. I'm not saying you can be an expert, but you can have a very good foundation of how to code using Python. Becoming an expert in Python is when you undertake a lot of projects. That is where you will start getting to know how to create bigger systems using Python, right? So just to read some of these things, when it comes to data analysis and machine learning models, you can build data analytics systems and machine learning models that uncover patterns in complex data sets, right? So AI is all based on recognizing the pattern. Once the AI has recognized the pattern, definitely then it will base its output on the way the pattern is being recognized. That is how AI works. Same thing implies also into data science and data engineers. Next is AI applications that we see in our phones on a day-to-day basis. That's also developed by Python as well, right? So developed AI applications, chatbots, smart AI chatbots, and natural language processing tools used in real business is all developed using Python. You might have a lot of languages, coding languages in the market, but the most common one that is being used is Python. Next is predictive analytics. So create predictive analytics for financial forecasting. Of course, when we talk about the financial industry, you require a lot of forecasting to take place. So you data science and AI engineers, they work together to build up tools where the financial analysts can actually do forecasting as well, right? So they create it using Python, right? So these are some of the very important things that you need to actually take note of. Next is automation tools again. Build automation tools and data visualization that save businesses time and resources, right? Like having a AI dashboard, having an AI, a virtual assistant that can help you make proper decisions. All these are built using Python, right? So why SQL is essential for every data scientist? Now, why you would require what you call SQL, right? So now you understand why Python is very important. We went through some examples. Now, why is SQL very important? Yes, SQL is the backend of the what you call backend of the system. That is the database, right? But why do you need this? That's the most important thing. So used to access company databases, extracts and filters raw data, combines multiple data sets, performs analytical calculation used in almost every analytics roles. So you can see here data scientist is not actually just identifying the pattern, it's also extracting information from the database itself. Okay, so data engineers or data analysts, they play a two-role part here where they have to extract information, they need to filter that information and then identify a pattern and then provided in a way it's much more understandable to non-tech people, right? So for a data science or a data analyst or a data engineer, they have to understand how the database works. So that is where they again would require the SQL language, right? So anyone who is not familiar with SQL, again, there are a lot of free materials where you can go watch videos. We have 20, 30-minute videos related to all on SQL. Again, you can build a proper foundation on the multiple courses that you take. Just my recommendation is do not stick to one platform. Use plenty of educational platforms where you can build your knowledge in a broader way related to SQL, and definitely then you have a proper foundation built up. You can become an SQL when you take projects, bigger systems, when you are in the data science field, you can then become a master in that language as well. So some of the key things that are related to SQL, as you can see, select, where, group by, joins, these are all called the query languages that are used in SQL. So as a data analyst or a data scientist, you definitely need to know also how to extract information and then convert that into a pattern and then provide it in a visualized manner where it's easy for even non-tech or stakeholders or a business owner to identify and make decisions as well, right? So could we move on to the next slide, please? So where SQL is used in the real world, right? So SQL is actually used in the back end of a system, right? So you have the front end, also you have the back end as well. So SQL is majority used in the back end. That is where it stores the information, right? So industry is using SQL, banking, healthcare, retail, e-commerce, technology, government. Almost every industry that is having a system requires an SQL, right? The SQL language. So cloud platforms using SQL are Google BigQuery, Snowflake, Amazon Redshift, Azure Snipespace. So all these are again requiring SQL. Like I said, without an SQL, there is no system. You need to have the SQL language to store the data. You need to have a database to store the information, right? So how do you create a database? You need to have the SQL language to do that, right? So all systems work through the SQL language by having a database, right? So Power Business Intelligence tool, right? Turning data into decisions, right? So this is a software where you actually input the data, right? And it does the visualization, does the decision making for you, and then provides you the output or in a visual format where you then actually can make smart decisions, right? So the hard work is actually done by the machine and also by the experts, that is the data science and the data engineers. The hard part is done. So once the information is provided to the business owner, he can easily make good decisions, right? So this is what you call a Power Business Intelligence software does, right? So what BI is, it's Microsoft's leading business intelligence platform, widely used across UK enterprises to create interactive dashboards and visual reports. So if you are able to undertake and get to know how to use the Power BI that is developed by Microsoft, you definitely have a chance of also obtaining a entry level or a good job in data science, because many of the companies today are seeking for individuals who know the software in and out before they apply for the job. That is the most important thing that you need to understand, because for a company, training an individual, it'll take time, it'll cost money for them because they need to bring an expert from outside and they have to pay a huge amount. Not only that, it lowers their productivity level as well. So what companies are seeking for is individuals who can definitely learn software by themselves before coming into the job. So that gives you the benefit as well. So if you all are planning to move in a career in data science or data engineering, it's also good to undertake a course in Power BI. So definitely you have, again, YouTube, Coursera, Udemy courses that cater to this requirement. Next is business impact. So you have helps business understand trends, converts technical analysis into visual insights, and empowers non-technical stakeholders to make data-driven decisions. Like I said, the Power BI system does all of the hard work, right? It does the data extraction, the data identifying data patterns with the help of experts, data engineers, and finally provides the output in a more visualized form where it's easy for the owner to make the proper decision. Last is it provides key features, right? So Power Query, DAX formulas, these things you'll actually learn while you are working in a data science company, right? also in a business as well that is using Power BI. So once you get to know this stuff, then you definitely know how the platform operates, right? So interactive dashboards, real-time reports, and broad data connectivity across multiple sources, right? Another tool that you can add into your what you call uh, uh, career when you're undertaking data science or a data engineering course. So why Power BI is so popular? Why it's so popular? Like we are using Windows in all of our computers. Why it's that popular? Some of the key advantages is that it integrates seamlessly with Microsoft 365, right? So it is compatible with all of Microsoft's ecosystem. Next is it's beginner friendly interface, right? It's not complicated. The interface is very easy to use. Next is its powerful enterprise reporting capabilities. It has so many features which can enable even a non-tech person to understand what the output is about and make proper decisions. Supports live dashboards and real-time data. And finally, strong demand in the UK job market. So that means anyone who has a very good understanding of the software of Power BI, that is Power Business Intelligence, developed by Microsoft, has a good chance of getting into a data science or data engineering job, right? It can even be an entry-level job, but you have definitely a good chance. So it's about knowing the software, having the skills, and also the qualification as well. Just having the qualification is not enough. You need to also develop your skills and also know the tools and also basically how to use those tools. You need to understand so that you can get a good career in data science as well. So how Python, SQL, and Power BI work together, right? So basically, Python is used to develop the what you call tools, right? The AI tools, right? Automation tools. What do you call SQL is actually used to extract the data, and then Power BI is used to create dashboards and reports. So you can see here they correlate with each other, right? So you need the SQL language. You need to understand SQL on how to extract data from the backend of the system, that is a database. You need to have Python to clean, analyze, and build models, that is the development phase. And also you need to have Power BI, that is the Power Business Intelligence tool created by Microsoft to create reports and dashboards that are much more easier for a non-tech person to understand, right? So if you are using a tool that is not actually proper and it doesn't provide proper reporting standards, it's difficult for a non-tech person to understand, because a non-tech person at the end of the day will be looking at the results only, and that is how they will make a decision, right? So you need to make it very simple from start to finish so that there is no any hiccups or any issues when the owners of those businesses or employers of those businesses makes a decision, right? So that is some of the role of a data analyst, data engineer, or a data scientist as well. So learning Python step by step. So you have 3 stages of learning Python. So first is the beginner stage. That is where we do not have any idea or any knowledge about this, what do you call, system, how to use it, how to code it. We do not know that. So we have to then take foundational courses, go and watch videos, educational videos related to Python. That is how you can actually then build up your basic knowledge, right? Then we move on to the intermediate stage. This is where you have what you call tools that are not complicated but also simple to use, but you need to have some sort of knowledge in order to use these tools as well, right? So some of the examples are like data cleaning, pandas, right? So these are some of the examples that falls under the intermediate stage. Next we have is the advanced stage. That is, you need to have practical knowledge to the very fullest, right? You need to be an expert in that field, right? So this some of the platforms are machine learning, AI, NLP, and deep learning as well. So these are some of the methods of terminologies that you need to understand how it works, right? When you're developing tools, how to integrate these concepts, right? That comes with years of experience, right? So you can see that to come to that level, you need to first build your foundation by undertaking courses, what you call watching videos, educational videos, taking short courses or skill courses, and then obtain experience. And then to become an expert, you need to work in that industry for about 5 to 6 or more in order to get a full focus or understanding of how the systems work in a much more broader manner, right? So you can see there are 3 stages that are uh, fitting on how to learn Python. It's through beginner stage, intermediate stage, and advancing strong SQL skills. So next topic is how we are actually going to build a strong SQL language skill set, right? So again, the first thing is it always starts from foundation. You need to understand that if you are not well versed in SQL, you somewhere. So you need to actually go again and undertake practical short courses or even skill-based courses where you can code, you can understand how the language works. You can understand how to troubleshoot an issue if there is a error appearing in the SQL language. These are some of the things where you can then start building up your foundation. Once you have built up your foundation, now you can add a different more layer, that is more intermediate layer, where you become a bit more technical in the language, right? So this is where you will be starting to, you can undertake advanced courses. It can be like a HND or what you call a degree as well, that falls under more of an intermediate level as well. Now, if you want to become an advanced learner in the SQL language, then you can take certified courses, right? For instance, I will just quote, you can take Oracle's certification where they are a well pioneered expert in when it comes to databases. So you can take their courses because their courses are more technical, right? And also it expires within 2 years, and you have to be all the time updating yourself. So that is where you are in that advanced level, right? And that is where you can then start what you call catering to bigger systems which have actually bigger databases as well, right? So that is how you need to build up your knowledge level. So mastering Power Business Intelligence. Next is how I can learn Power Business Intelligence, right? The platform. So the way you can undertake is again undertaking a short course in Power Business Intelligence software, right? It doesn't have to be a big course. It can even become like a diploma or a short course or a practical course that teaches all of the basics about Power BI. Next is you can then move on to certifications, right? Certifications provide you the more technical aspect where you can get to know the system in and out very well, right? And then furthermore, in order to become a well expert in the software itself, you can actually go and work for businesses that deal with this type of softwares, right? You can either become also a technical officer in what you call a business that is actually using Power BI all the time, right? So that is where you can actually then start building your knowledge and become an expert in that in this field, right? So what you will actually learn is the core application for building reports and dashboards, then transfer and shape data before analyzing, write powerful calculations for advanced analytics, share report businesses can actually use, right? So these are some of the just the core that Power BI has. But then as the software becomes updated on a frequent basis, there'll be more features coming where will have to actually learn that, right? So it's very good if you are. It's good to know this tool if you are planning to pursue a career in data science or data analyst. So talking about salary, everyone is interested when it comes to the salaries. Yes, so data science salary trends in the UK for the year 2026 is an entry level is again 34,000 to 50,000 pounds per year per annum. That is again depending on the company that you work for. Also, if you have say even one or 2 years experience, it can increase even further. And also how well you perform in the job as well. That is the most important thing. So if you can show brilliance in the job within the first 6 months, it can even increase a lot, right? So next we have the next level is mid-level. that is catering to 55,000 to 72,000 pounds per annum. Again, it depends on the qualifications, certifications, the years of experience under your belt. All this is again taken into account, and also again the company that you work, very important as well. Then when we go on to the senior level, it goes all the way to 72,000 to 92,000 pounds again, right? Again, this can grow. As I said, you might even get at times benefits like data science companies selling shares to you as well, because this is a new market and the demand is high, but all cannot get into this market. That is what I say. You need to have the passion. You need to be very good in numbers. All that is there. But also there are some non-technical fields in data science where you can go and become an expert in that as well. So if you are not good in number crunching, there are areas, fields in data science where you can undertake and also become very successful, right? And finally, you have the lead and the principal, that is the highest level, where you can even go again from 90,000 pounds to all the way to 130,000 pounds or even further on, right? So high paying sectors are fintech, technology, AI, and healthcare analytics. Again, the list goes on. You can work in an e-commerce industry as well, which is, if it's heavily investing in data, you can earn a lot of salary there as well, right? So data science is a vast field. You can work in various sectors. Again, European market opportunities. Now talking which countries, okay, apart also from the UK, which other European countries also have a high demand for data science engineers or data analytics, right? So highest paying is Switzerland, of course. Then the highest paying is Germany as well. Highest paying is Netherlands. So this is apart from the UK, other European countries as well. Highest paying is also Ireland. Then you go to Spain, and also you have Sweden and Eastern Europe. So these are some of the countries that are actually requiring more data science analysts or data science engineers to come and settle in their countries, and they're willing to pay even a lot, right? So fast growing markets are Spain, Sweden, Eastern Europe. Also, when we take North America as well, you have Canada, US, right? Those countries also are well tech developed countries, and also they also require huge amount of data science experts as well, right? So you can see that it's a well-versed career, right? There is huge demand in all aspects when it comes to data science and data engineering as well, right? So it's just it's about making the important correct decision in your life, whether to move into this career, right? Skills that employers pay more for, right? So we have done here small research for you to actually get an idea of what are the skills that employers look for. Of course, employees look for the qualification, but as you become more matured in the company, there are certain skills that employers do look for, and you don't find all those skills in every employee, right? So every employee comes to the company with unique skills, right? But there are certain set of skills that an employer or the owner of the business will have in mind when they pick a candidate. So those are some of the things that you need to keep in mind here. So first is machine learning. So that is around 15 to 25% of what the employee is looking for, because everything is now moving into automation. We have to accept that. And also one thing is it's good for the business as well. So when you make systems automated, the cost is reduced, right? And companies save a lot. So they require individuals who can actually develop automated systems. That is the most important thing. And when you develop automated systems, you need to maintain them as well. So just because you develop an automated system, they don't require you anymore. That's wrong. You need to develop the automated systems as well as you need to maintain him as well. So that is where employees actually looking in for. Next is advanced SQL, right? So again, you have from 10 to 20% demand for that. So data is very important. Without not having a proper read in the data, you're going to make wrong decisions. So employers or even owners of a business will heavily invest in experts who are very good in handling data, right? So you need to have also good advanced SQL language skills as well. Next is Power Business Intelligence, again, 8 to 15%, right? So now you all know what Power Business Intelligence is about. So it's about providing reports in a more simpler but a more visualized manner where proper decisions can be made for the business, right? Again, demand for that is also very high. Again, deep learning, this is very high, 20 to 35%, right? Identifying patterns, uh, countering moves, forecasting what's going to happen next. These are very important because businesses that can do that definitely can be well established. They can earn billions and billions of dollars, right? Just in a given span of 3 to 4 months, if proper methods, proper procedures, proper forecasting is already done. So employees actually heavily invest in experts who have that deep learning knowledge, right? Last is cloud platforms. Okay, so why cloud platforms are actually also in demand is because now most of the companies are outsourcing their IT infrastructure to cloud providers because to reduce cost and use that money to again reinvest in something else where the company can benefit, right? So these are some of the four, actually, yes, five skill sets that are looked by employees. So if you can fit into one of these, you definitely have a good chance of having a lucrative career. Not only that, you have a good chance of also getting into a job as well. So recommended career pathways, right? So as a beginner, if you are a beginner and if you're so after listening to all of this information about data science or data analytics, and if you feel that I love to do data science, something that I'm very passionate about, then you can actually start with a diploma, right? So a level 3 diploma in data science. That is like a specialized degree, specialized diploma only focused in data science, right? Then you can move on to an intermediate pathway. That is, you can do an HND qualification, HND qualification in data science only. That is specialized for data science only, right? And then you can go on to do an advanced pathway that, like, you can do a degree in data science, or you can even move into certifications as well that can provide you more of the technical aspect as well, right? So some of the careers that you can actually target is you can become a data analyst, right? You can become a data scientist, you can become an analytics engineer, you can become a machine learning engineer. So all these four jobs that I already mentioned have different job scopes, different job descriptions. Salaries are different, right? Growth is different. Yes, they all fall under the data science branch, but then they have various pathways, right? So all cannot become data analyst, all cannot become data scientist. It's up to you to choose, do your research, and choose which type of career that you would like to pursue when it comes to the data science sector, right? So course highlights are, so if you are actually planning to pursue in data science and actually want to obtain a degree in data science, here at South London College, we actually offer you that opportunity for that. You can do the level 5 extended diploma in computing and artificial intelligence. So when it comes to extended refers to a specialized qualification that is specialized only for that specific field, right? So what you will come across is that you'll get to know about Python for AI and machine learning, which is, as I discussed, one of the main components when it comes to data science or data engineering. Hands-on programming skills apply directly to artificial intelligence and data science projects. Next is you'll come across AI fundamentals as well. That is one of the core modules in this qualification, which you will get to know foundation understanding of artificial intelligence concepts and their real-world applications. Also, the third module you will get is data analysis and statistics, right? Core analytical techniques and statistical methods used by professional data scientists. So that is also a model there in that specific qualification that I already mentioned to you. And the last is you can do all this by online. That is one of the best things when it comes through your convenience. You can study and then finish the qualification as well. So 100% online. All of the qualification is career focused. More practicals are inputted into this framework, qualification framework, and actually you can then study at your own pace. right?
Yes, thank you so much, Nawaz, for all of the practical insight regarding data and Power BI. I'm very sure that a lot of the people on this webinar right now are probably thinking about which path is the best path for them. So I just wanted to highlight some of the testimonies from our previous students and what they've shared. So because I think it brings everything to life. And because it's not just one thing it's one thing for us to talk about what's possible, but it's also something else entirely to hear from actual real learners who have already walked this path. So our learners speak for themselves. We hold a high rating based on verified reviews from many professionals who have studied with us. Our learners consistently highlight the flexibility as well as the quality and the real difference these qualifications make to their careers. As you can see here, one of the learners basically gave feedback saying that they enrolled with South London College. It was easy to navigate the portal and they got maximum support from the staff and my mentor throughout. And this has boosted my confidence and I am enjoying my studies in the comfort of my own home and working full time. Nothing can stop my achievement. So these are examples from real people, people just like many of you here today, who have made the decision to take that first step. And now they are building something genuinely meaningful. And that's exactly what South London College is all about. So as mentioned previously, South London College wants to reward every single one of you for joining us live today. And we have put together 3 exclusive offers available only today for this webinar and the participants that have joined us on this webinar. So it's only available for the next 7 days. And our first offer is offer one, which is our 2-for-1 course deal for selected programs. So you can enroll in one course and receive a second course completely free. That is 2 qualifications for the price of one, double the skills and double the career opportunities. Offer two is £50 off on selected programs. So you can use the code webinar at checkout for an instant saving. Take a screenshot of the slide because once the 7 days are up, the offers are not going to be valid anymore. So you literally only have 7 days to claim these offers that are available today. And the third offer is a free certificate of attendance. So that's basically for everyone that's attended today. You can claim your certificate after the session. So it will be emailed to you as a personal thank you for joining us today. As well, just to claim your offer, you can go on southlondoncollege.org and you choose your course and then use the code webinar at checkout. So our course advisors will be ready and waiting to help. So don't let this offer pass you by. And in regards to how you can get in touch with us, you can reach us on our contact details here on the screen. I'll let you take a picture of this as well. So you can visit our website, southlondoncollege.org, our email at info@southlondoncollege.org, our telephone number here as well, and also our WhatsApp number where you can speak directly to our course advisors. And then, of course, we've got our address here and our YouTube channel, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Eventbrite links. Our advisors are not here to pressure you in any way. They're mainly here just to listen to your concerns and understand your goals and point you towards the right path that is generally right for you. So please don't hesitate to reach out. Okay, so it's Q&A time, which is one of my favorite times in the session. Because this is where it gets really real and personal. We get to answer some of your own personal questions. We have received a range of questions both ahead of today's session and during the registration. So it tells me how just engaged and motivated everyone is. So a huge thank you for sending those in. So Nawaz, I'm just going to fire some questions your way right now. So I hope you're ready. Okay, so first question is from Aisha from Manchester, who's asked, I'm completely new to programming. I've never written a single line of code in my life. Do I need any prior experience to enroll in a data science course, or can someone really start from scratch?
Yeah, so basically, even though if you are new to coding, there is actually no barriers because even there have been top talented individuals who have been now doing well in the IT industry, even not coming from a not coming from a tech background, right? So if you are planning to actually move forward in data science, it's always important to start with Python because that is one of the best languages that is currently used in data science. So having a strong foundation in Python will definitely give you that jump start in order to actually have a very lucrative what you call career in data science. It's about picking the right tools, picking the right qualifications, and definitely yes, you can actually achieve uh, the career that you are dreaming for.
Okay, thank you so much for that. We've got another question, which is thoughts about MATLAB, or would Python be more preferred?
So basically, it's always good to use both. I have used MATLAB, and yes, it's a very good simulation tool as well, where you can add all the values and then generates to give you a very good idea of how it also works. So learning both is great. Then you have also the knowledge of how this tool works and also how Python works. Python is a more broader aspect because you can actually develop tools as well. You can develop applications from that. So having both of this will actually give you an edge over that.
Thank you. Another question we have is from Daya, who has said, I work full time and have a busy home life. How many hours per week would I realistically need to dedicate to one of these courses? And is it truly flexible enough to fit around a demanding schedule?
Yes, so basically it's all depends on the time management. So how many hours are you willing to commit into the course? And also just completing the course is also not enough. You definitely also have to do some certain self-study. Like if you really want to become very good at the field, you need to also do your self-studies and also learn, get into various type of videos, educational videos, all related to data science, and definitely yeah, you can get into that goal. So it's like how much are you willing to commit in order to achieve that lucrative career.
Okay. One more question quickly. So from Rohan has asked, once I finish the qualification, will I be ready to apply for data analysis or data science roles straight away, or will employers expect me to have built a portfolio or done additional certifications before they take my application seriously?
Yeah, so that's a very good question again because the times have changed now, and many of the employers are looking for individuals who have created a portfolio. That means while you are doing your qualification, it's also important also to take into small projects where these projects then you can create into a very portfolio and then show it to the employers, because having a portfolio and having the qualification together will provide you that edge in order to get into that job you always require. Just having the qualification I wouldn't recommend because it'll make you one-sided. So balance between having a portfolio and also having the qualification definitely will drive you to getting a job in the data science sector.
Okay, thank you so much for answering those questions. And we have received quite a few questions today. We're not going to be able to go through all of them, but be assured that our course advisors will be reaching out to you with answers to any of your personal questions. You're also welcome to contact us directly using the contact details that I just shared a few slides ago. And we want to make sure that every single one of your questions get a proper answer. So please reach out if you still have any questions. So, just to close off, thank you, Nawaz, again for your depth of knowledge, your clarity, and your genuine passion for helping people build meaningful careers in data and technology. Um, so, on behalf of everyone here today, a heartfelt thank you to you and to all of you who have joined us. Thank you for giving us this time this afternoon. We genuinely hope that you're leaving here with a real sense of direction and a better understanding of what is possible and the confidence to take the next step. So just remember that the exclusive webinar offer is only valid now for 7 days only. So visit our website at southlondoncollege.org to claim that discount. And it expires on the 9th of June 2026. So if you do have any more questions after today, our advisors are here to help. So please reach out. And again, your data science journey starts today. We truly hope to see you very soon as part of the South London College community. So thank you everyone for joining. Take care and have a great evening.